So, a bit of a sad news. Not really a sad news, but I'm sure a lot of people will feel slightly sad. Now, I was looking at this page on the Atlassian documentation of advanced roadmaps, and I noticed this very small message on top, somewhere on top, that says this page refers to life plans interface in advanced roadmaps, which will be turned off on 31st of July 2021. Now, I was actually doing further digging, and there is a post from Atlassian where they have announced formally that the life plan, the legacy interface, will not be supported, and uh, I guess it will be this particular feature of life plan will be completely turned off, which they have mentioned on their post after or on or before July 31st. And they will turn it off on the cloud version on 31st of July 2021 this year in a couple of months. But on the server version, they have not really announced any date. They are saying that this will be removed, life plans will be removed from the next major update of Jira. So life plans will not be there, and I have a lot of memories of using a portfolio for my clients. When I was in India, I remember doing a consultation around, of course, Jira, but portfolio was a nice tool, and it really solved a problem. At the same time, I understand the Atlassian's decision because the main feedback, although portfolio, I will say portfolio because it was portfolio back then. Although portfolio was a great app, uh, there, there were so many things that you were able to do using portfolio, but the main complaint from the customers was that it is extremely difficult to understand what portfolio is doing because it was a bit rigid. You have to make sure that you understand all the scheduling factors, and you have to spend some time in the beginning to understand various things that can impact the plan. For example, if you have to, let us say, change a small thing like a date, or maybe you want your issues to follow a certain order, it was possible, but it was a bit of a struggle to understand what exactly you need to change, and there was a learning curve. So that was the main, I guess, main complaint from the customers, from people who were using portfolio. But it was a great tool, and it solved a problem. uh, by the way, there was no roadmap concept in Jira initially. Portfolio had some kind of a roadmap. Now, if you look at the new improved interface, it is all about, of course, apart from, of course, the visual aspects, you can actually work on it quite easily. You have more control. And if you want to read this document, this particular announcement, I'll share the link. I'll not really go through to the I'll not really read the page right now. Otherwise, some people will complain that you can also read it yourself. So just let us quickly go through it. So hybrid approach to planning. I guess they're also talking about the rigidness of life plans. Drag and drop. So in the improved interface, you can do things easily, quickly. You can change the schedule of of an activity if you want. So you have more control. And there is this new auto scheduling feature which we have started exploring. And by the way, if you want to learn, I'm just trying to plug in my my own portfolio, or I should say advanced roadmaps uh, series of videos. So I do have this series called Mastering Advanced Roadmaps. It is one of the most popular series on my YouTube channel. I I believe that learning uh, should be available for all of us, and that is why I've made these videos. Not really for not really I want to help you guys, but also for myself, because I like doing these things. I also learn I also learn quite a lot when I'm making videos, because I have to learn. Only then I can talk about it. So I really enjoyed making this series where I talked about how you can get started with how you can not only get started with advanced roadmaps, but you can do a lot of wonderful things. So uh, if you want to, if you're a total beginner, if you are, let us say, a project manager or a scrum master, and you're learning, and your goal is to learn how advanced roadmaps works or can work, I have talked about a use case in this particular video series. And by the way, I have talked about life plans as well. So if you're following the series, you can skip that part if you want, but I think it is good to know what all you were able to do in life plan, and what all you uh, can or cannot do in the improved interface. So if you're following the videos, you can click on the link, and then you can just use the navigation here. Like if you want to go further, it's like a book, but you can also watch it on YouTube. I have a separate playlist for that. Now, going back to the documentation, what I was saying, that you can read this page to know about the new features. Uh, the improved interface is not yet there, but Atlassian is committing here. If you read this page, they are committing on adding more features and improving the the way you can plan things. So hopefully we will not miss the life plans. Maybe after July, hopefully Atlassian will introduce those features or something similar, or maybe a different way of doing things. So things like rolling up values, bulk actions, and capacity management. And by the way, I have talked about this in my video series. And you can also do some kind of a capacity management, keeping in mind your sprints. If you want to, let us say, make sure your people are not over allocated. In the old live view, there was this very really nice view for each and every resource, and you can see very clearly which resource is over allocated or under allocated, so you can do a bit of balancing. uh, Apart from that, in the new improved interface, there is a dependency report which I talked about, which is quite good, which I mentioned in one of my video. I actually showed it in my video how this dependency report can help you, because when you are planning things, and when you are, let us say, using advanced roadmaps for doing something like, let us say, safe, for example, you have dependencies on other teams maybe, and you're probably waiting for them to deliver something before you can start the work. So in those scenarios, you need, apart from, of course, those there is a dependency report that will show you all the dependencies in portfolio. But when you're looking at this particular report only showing the dependencies visually, you have these arrows, and it will actually give you and show you things in a nice way, so you can plan properly, so you can also chase other teams to deliver it on time. And yeah, so there are quite a lot of things. And one thing which was missing, which is still missing, I believe, is the reporting capabilities of advanced roadmaps in the new improved interface. And I believe Atlassian is working on it. But right now, even if you look at the current improved interface, you can do quite a lot of things. And the good thing, which I personally really liked, is the option to basically create different views that you can also share with others. So maybe you are looking at the same plan, but maybe you want a view for yourself, where you want all the details, but maybe you can create a separate view for your stakeholders, focusing on maybe a different level. And all that is still possible, but I guess Atlassian will probably introduce more reports, hopefully. So not really a sad news, but something to miss. I'll miss it. I'll miss life plans, because I've used Portfolio in the past for a lot of my clients, helping them, and trying to figure out how the scheduling factors will work, trying to answer their questions, because when people start using Portfolio, and because I used to train people quite a lot in using Portfolio, along with of course Jira software, and they used to ask me questions after the training. Okay, so during the training you talked about these scheduling factors, but when I'm trying to work on my plan and there's a change in the date, or my let us say team members, they are on leave, or they are on vacation, or they are sick, how can I change the plan? In the improved interface, there is no way to manage the individual capacities, individual working hours, working days. In the live plan, there is a feature where you can do that, and the plan will adjust itself. So there are so many things. There were so many things in the live plan that were wonderful, and hopefully Atlassian will add those things in the improved interface as well. So that is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much.